and welcome back to KSLA News 12's live coverage of the Great American Eclipse in Idabel, Oklahoma. We've been talking all day about the people that have traveled all over, Chris, and one big area that we have been hitting on, Denmark. Everybody said there's a family from Denmark. Guess what, guys? We found them!
Right here.
So, Soren, thank you so much for joining us.
Sure.
How did you guys end up in Idabel, Oklahoma?
Well, I must admit, first we thought we would go to Texas. So we have been spending a couple of weeks in Texas, and then we looked at the weather forecast, and then we thought, okay, we better go north. So that's why we got here.
Okay.
So it's kind of a coincidence.
You really landed in a great spot for it. What was your experience like?
It was fantastic. Incredible. Yeah. We were really doubting until the last moment, but it was fantastic.
Your impressions, and not just you, all y'all, your impressions of Idabel, Oklahoma.
It's a nice little town. You know, we've been in all the big cities in Texas now, and you know, to be in a small community like this, it's and we can see how it's been kind of a transformation today, I would say. So that has been great.
Exactly. It's very quaint, it's very warm, it's very welcoming. But Soren, I have to ask you, we've been talking about the Great American Eclipse, for it seems like months on our end, and leading up to all of this coverage, but how did you find out about the eclipse and say, all right, this is it, I need to book my trip now, I'm ready to do this, let's get the family together?
You know, we really enjoy everything with science, and we went to a science museum in Denmark. Called Steno Museum, and then in Aarhus they have great shows for this, and then they told us about how fantastic it would be. We looked in the calendar and looked, okay, when is the next eclipse, and then we booked the tickets.
How far did you book the tickets?
So I think like half a year ago. Okay,
so a lot of planning went into this. This is not something that was done on a whim. You said, okay, let's go.
No, we had some planning, yeah.
I want to hear from y'all. Are y'all excited about what you just saw a few minutes ago?
Yes.
What was the most exciting thing about all this today?
The solar eclipse.
Maybe the planets also. We enjoyed to see the planets when the eclipse was on.
And we didn't, we had no idea that you guys were the family from Denmark, but we were watching you over here, like, the kids have been playing, having a great time all day, and it's very interesting to see families because the second that it got dark, everybody was still. And I know that had to be a moment as a parent where you went, okay, we've done the right thing. We've made it. We made the trip. It was worthwhile.
Like a minute before the total eclipse, my youngest one, Ella, she said, it's so boring. And then when it got total, and she was amazed. Yeah.
And it is an amazing sight. It's something that we've been talking about. This was Chris's first time experiencing a solar eclipse. This is my first time being in the path of absolute totality. And I think it's definitely something like you guys, I'm going to have to sit here and plan it out and map out when the next one is. So the next American eclipse is in 2044. So are you guys going to be coming back and making another trip for that one?
Yeah, well, we may take a few ones before that, I think. Maybe the next one on Iceland. So,
okay. See, we just had a man over from Australia who was telling us about one that's in Sydney coming up very soon. Okay, so obviously you know all about
we
that.
We know it, and I think they will get two actually in a short while, so they're lucky.
Okay, so we need to just go ahead and give you our information and let you plan the trip for us. That's what I'm hearing.
Yeah, take us to Iceland too if you can.
Yeah.
Both of us to Iceland.
All right, well, Soren, thank you so much for you and your beautiful family coming and joining us in Idabel. All right, everyone, stay with us. More Great American Eclipse coverage continues when we come back with KSLA News 12.